Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I have finally got my foraging tool, I'm gonna say 90% complete, with the tool and the pouch itself, including the contents. And I wanted this thing to be primarily foraging stuff. I don't do a ton, but I do some for salves and balms and stuff, and I do some that I will eat, primarily chanterelles, and I do some turkey tail stuff and some chicken of the woods and pecans and that sort of thing. Nothing major. So I kind of went with things that I would want to use to collect or harvest. And I also used this thing in the garden a good bit. I didn't have a very good garden this year, basically non-existing. We grew some stuff in random places, but nothing in the garden. So next year we'll have 2,500 square feet again that we grow out of. But anywho, so collection and harvesting, the things that I was looking at for that. And this thing is going to be baldric rig, so it rides this way. This is touching my body. I went with a flashlight with a shot cord on there. That way I had some extra light if I needed it. I had my file, of course. I went with a brush. If you've collected chanterelles in any kind of quantity, if it's not snails and worm duty on there, it's something else. So a brush is good to get that stuff off of there. And what I done was I just ordered a full-size brush. This thing was maybe this long, and I cut it off and drilled a lanyard in it. And then I put another little notch here in the front so my shot cord would hold it, and it just rides on the side there. Mushrooms, please be careful when you're looking at mushroom stuff. I don't mess with very many mushrooms, just because it's hard to tell sometimes. But make sure you do your research before you go out doing your mushrooming. But I got me a mushroom knife. This was just a little inexpensive one. I think it was like $7. And it's just got a non-locking sickle shape blade. And it's got some measurements here on the side. I don't really pay those no attention. And it also has a small brush on the end. It's pretty stiff. I like a little bit more brush. That's why I went with that one. These come with a little metal. You can see where I hit it with the grinder. It has like a little metal ring right here with a little chain and a clip. Well, I don't like the lanyard being on the same end as the blade, so I just grind that off, and then I drilled through here with just a 3/16 drill bit and put me a lanyard back here on it. So it's not in the way of the brush, and it's not in the way of the blade. So I got a mushroom knife there. I got me a just inexpensive all-weather notebook with a pen, just a small little pen on there for taking notes. I also got, these are great. If you guys have never used these, they're for florists, floral use or grafting, and have a couple different versions of this, but it's a chisel grind single blade Victorinox. And these dudes are sharp, great for harvesting vegetables. It's primarily what we use them for, but they'd work well. or whatever you want to harvest. But you can do a feather stick or whatever with that if you wanted to. They're plenty sharp. The other thing that I got that I thought was pretty important was a mesh bag for carrying my stuff. And I think this bag is 12 by 18. So it's pretty big. And it's for carrying gym equipment. Balls and dodgeballs and baseballs and stuff like that. And I just got it in. I changed the pull cord that had a white, just kind of cheap nylon pull cord on it. So I put a orange piece of paracord on there. And that's the gold color. But that's what I've got so far. I got a safety pin in there just in case I get a splinter. But this stuff fits super well. And I still have a bunch of room if I wanted to put other stuff in there. But mainly I got the stuff covered that I wanted. I wanted a decent mushroom knife, a good harvesting blade. Like if you've never used one of those, like especially okra, you know, if you harvest your okra and then you cut off the top leaf, or bottom leaf, I'm sorry, that thing you can whack right off of that. I mean, it cuts it clean super fast. It doesn't lock, but it's really sharp and really easy to maintain that edge on. And again, that's a floral or a grafting knife. There's a bunch of different colors. I have another red one that the blade's slightly different. Oh, here comes the sun. Thought it was going to rain today, but I guess it's going to get super bright on me here. And then my little pen. It's a super cool pen. I have one of those in my Tough Possum wallet. Pretty sweet. But that's basically it. That stuff is the things that I felt that I would need. I carry a good bit of stuff just in my pocket also, as well as my pack. So if I'm out just doing something to head back to the house, I don't carry that much stuff. I've got some emergency stuff in my pocket, or if I'm going out for a longer period of time, I'll have my pack with me. But for harvesting, this is going to be just fine. A lanyard did everything, so if I drop something, I can find it easier. But if there's anything else that I come up with, I'll make sure to add it. But for right now, I would like to I want a spud. So like just a metal spud. I want to make one of those, a little short one to put in here. That thing would be handy. Or like a small scraper. I know this thing works great for that kind of stuff, but sometimes you need something just to get in a tight spot. So a little scraper with maybe a scraper spud combo would be okay. Or just a spud itself that'll fit in here. But like I said, there's still a good bit of room in here. Most of that space is the bag. And I think I might put me a small, or, you know what if we did like this? We got that little thing there. So what if we put this through here? Oh, my dog about run over my head. Poke the lanyard through like this, and then we'll run the paracord through there like that, and then I can fold it up and put it in here. And the bag is always attached to already. We can do it like that. I don't know the way that looks, but I'll do it on one side. So then if I pull the bag out, it can hang from that. It'll be hanging down around my knees though, but I'll try it. I'll see. Maybe that'll work. I don't have to worry about getting down and attaching it to something that's already attached. And that's I don't know how much weight one of those would hold, but this pouch has these 2 included loops. But we'll see. Anyway, the sun's blinding me. If you guys like what you see, here comes my cat. That's Beans. If you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe. Check out the Bushcraft Kelso YouTube channel. I do a little bit over there. Or on my Instagram, it's at Bushcraft Kelso. But there's a ton of other creators that are doing stuff for LT Wright. Just kind of sharing the good stuff. Make sure you follow those guys. But we appreciate all the support. Until next time, later.